Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to episode 8 of my Storm Graz section of the Trophy Tour, and the news is good, so let's have a look just how good. And there you go, we're into 20 games, we've won 13, drawn 3 and lost 4 with 42 points, which could very well be at least a 2 point lead over Austria Vienna heading into our winter break, so that's absolutely fantastic. We've had a great run of games, not perfect, it could have been, but it's been a very good run, and you can see we've kind of broken away from the pack. Red Bull are down there on 34, SV Rayed on 34, and Rapid Vienna on 37 as well, so a fantastic run of games. You can see Beric is one of the top scorers, and Esposito is by far the best assistant, which I'll go into further detail in a sec. As for goals scored, we have a very comfortable 45, and unfortunately in terms of goals conceded we're kind of weak, right in 6th position there. We could be doing a lot better. Austria Vienna have only conceded 17 goals in comparison, and that goal difference could come into effect later on in the season. But let's just see. Yeah, again it's been another fantastic phase, and it was pretty much just 2 games out of a possible 10 there I think we could have won. Like that's absolutely fantastic, but it started badly after recovering from that poor phase. We were beaten comfortably 3-1 by Rapid Vienna just before my birthday, and we had such a great start with Nikolic grabbing a goal on the 20th minute, but it was an excellent team talk from their manager that gave them the initiative with 3 goals, including that free kick, and it was just game over from there. It was a bad performance from the Blackies, and I was very disappointed, and it looked like our season was going to crumble and fall after this game, but an extraordinary turn of events meant that we went from 2-0 down to 3-2 up, and then they missed a penalty in the 90th minute, so that is probably the moment of the season. If we dropped those points, I'd say it would have been all over, but great performance from our guys. Vujadinovic, Nikolic and Esposito on the score sheet, but it was one of those games that could have changed everything if we weren't careful. And then another 2 goals conceded, and yet we still won. That is our primary problem. I think it's the goalkeepers, but I'll speak again very soon about that. We took the lead. Oh no, we conceded first here with Kleber. We got the equaliser thanks to Stuart O'Keefe, who scored again against Red Bull, and we took the lead just 2 minutes later. Then we conceded on half time, I think. That made it 2 apiece, and then it was Marco Jurchen getting his first goal of the season, and what a time to get it as well. Very good news for him. So let's move on now quickly to a very bad defeat. Another high amount of goals conceded, and it was one of those games we really should never have lost it. It was Stuart O'Keefe within 20 seconds got us the lead, which was absolutely fantastic, but it was a bit too soon. We kind of took our foot off the accelerator, and they had a sensational second half with 2 goals from Guillermo and then a penalty in between. Robert Beric only got a consolation goal, so that was a terrible loss against the team at the bottom, but we recovered from there with a cruise-worthy 3-0 winning against Wacker modelling, with Beric and Bestjak scoring. Altac, we drew against them last time, but it was no problem this time after a poor start, giving them a soft penalty, which again seems to be a problem. Christian Clem, Vujadinovic and Remo Mali on the score sheet, with Esposito getting a lot of assists. I think he got all 3 of them, and then Stuart O'Keefe unfortunately got red carded. Another close game, conceding more goals, but it didn't matter. Esposito was the man in front of goal this time, with a goal in the 94th minute after they got another penalty, and just one of those things. But well done to Esposito for taking that result by the scruff of the neck. And again, we're getting really lucky with 2 goals to their 1, but I think we deserved it on merit with Omrani and Jurchen on the score sheet there. And Austria Vienna beat them again, which is great news. It was the defender Karashik from a free kick from Esposito, I think, that won us that game. I'm not too sure, but then this most recent game was another thriller. I don't know how these keep happening. Like, we need to buy a new goalkeeper. I don't know why neither of them stand up to the plate. but it was us taking the lead, conceding quickly. They took the lead just before half time, and then my second half team talk proved to be exceptional, with Domagoj Antolic scoring a penalty and Robert Beric netting his most recent goal. So it's now time for the winter break. We don't play again until February, so I could possibly look into the goalkeeper market, but I'll just go into good detail now about how our team are doing. Selection info. The most played player, as you expect, is Esposito. He has been absolutely marvellous for just 60,000 euros. He scored 4 goals and provided with 14 assists in the league, and then one more in both categories overall. So that is absolutely wonderful. He's only 23 and he's on good wages as well, so all good to him. Christian Clem has been my preferred left-sided midfielder. He hasn't been as prolific as my Spaniard, but he's just consistent. He does his job, and I'm really happy with that. Vujadinovic, I don't really give him enough praise, but he is simply wonderful for the club. He scored 5 goals in the league, which is mesmerising to say the least. And while some of his mental stats seem to be very poor, he is definitely a leader. He does show those stats and those traits, and he's just an excellent set piece player. He'll head it out and he'll head it into the net. It depends what mood he's in. And he even scored a goal for Montenegro on the international stage. Next up, I'd like to showcase Nikolic. He has been in and out of the team in recent weeks, but he's now back, and he's starting to get reasonable form. You can see he went on several long goal droughts, but he can provide when need be. I haven't played Plique in a while now. He conceded far too many goals, and I wasn't having it, so I think I'll need to find a new goalkeeper in the market. You can see the last time he got a 7 was way back then, so it's very poor in terms of our goalkeeping department. And we look at Grazia. He's now played 9 times overall, with 6 games in the league, with 6 conceded, and his form is pretty similar. He got a 7 against Austria Vienna, which is grand, but just I don't know what it seems to be with my goalkeepers. They just don't seem to do enough for me. We'll move on to Robert Beric now. He's on 13 goals for the season, and 11 of those in the league. He's actually had a bad month's training, but I think he's still too much quality for this league, which is great. Stuart O'Keefe, I've kind of dropped him in recent weeks, but he's been a very good player as well, and I'm glad to have him on board with 3 goals, with one of them being a penalty, and 3 assists, which is very good for a ball-winning midfielder. Bad injury for Andreas Hotzel. He's still out for another 2 months at least, and I've had to play Ehrenreich in his place, and he's not my best player by any stretch, but he is a good enough backup. But you can see his form is kind of on and off, and we have to improve over the winter break if he's going to keep that spot. Manuel Weber, he was kind of unmissable in the team in the start of the season, because he needed that experience. When after I saw the rest of our midfielders, he needed to stay there, but he's kind of an average, and he hasn't done much better. Danny Castellano, I haven't played him a lot recently. He's done alright. 1 goal, 1 assist, but just not great, to be honest. Antolic has gotten much better. I said he wasn't fantastic, and in the last few weeks he has taken his challenge well, with 2 goals, 1 league penalty, and 6 assists. So he's definitely taken the off-and-backer role in his kind of decline. And in terms of defenders, Karashik has gotten better, but he's slightly concerned. I haven't played him much, but he should stop in a few weeks. And Mali here has done much better. Karashik, I'll show you him. He's done alright, so hopefully he keeps happy. And anyone else need to mention? Best Jack, he's kind of been in and out of the team. He scored plenty of goals, but it's really tough fitting so many strikers in the team, so he's kind of down on the list. Omran, he started to improve. He's feeling more comfortable in his new culture, and unfortunately got a little minor injury there, but we scroll up. He got a fantastic rating against SV Riyadh, and he played against Rapid Vienna, so hopefully we can see more of him. Magdiel's still been pretty bad, not much I can say about him, unfortunately. Kropfel hasn't played very often, and Daniel Offenbacher, after a wonderful season last year, he has had very little to do, and I'm afraid I might have to let him go. There's not enough space. And I actually returned your man from Borussia Dortmund back to the team, I just got fed up with him. I didn't play him, and that was that really. So a bit of a waste in terms of a loan for me. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, fantastic performances for the majority, and plenty of goals to rave about, with Beric dominating, with Nikolic and Bestjak second and third, Esposito, Vujanovic, Stuart O'Keefe, Jurchen, Antolic, Clem, Karashik, Omrani, Castellano, Offenbacher, Mali and Kropfel have also netted goals, and the best average rating goes to Esposito, Vujanovic, Beric, Nikolic and O'Keefe. So fair play to them. We're getting better, but we need to survive this winter break now and really kick on and get this title wrapped up as soon as possible, because if you remember last season, we did very well after winter break, after a good run. We did lose one friendly there, but we did do much better after the winter break. But it all went wrong in this phase of the season, from certainly here against Red Bull. It went very wrong, but it was mainly this Wacker Innsbruck game that was the killer. Should never have lost that game, and hopefully the players have learned their lessons. We have another 16 games to go, which is certainly crucial. If we get through into the final 9 games on the Championship lead, I think we're going to do it. There's no stopping us against the teams when we're on our day, but it's when we're off our day the players lose their rag and just get very sad and that sort of thing. So no more of that where possible. Finances are still okay. We're losing a bit of money, particularly last month, but we're getting good crowds. We had a fan day, and they're happy with what they saw, so that's good. And what else should I mention? I'm not too sure. Yeah, so as I say, I need to look in the goalkeepers market. My training is actually pretty bad. I don't have very many coaches. I'm not allowed very many coaches. You can see here very low star ratings for just about everything except the goalkeeping. So we have 2 very good goalkeeping related coaches, but I'm not allowed to do anything else. So I just hope to wrap the title, say my gratitude, or show my gratitude to Sturm Graz, and perhaps move on. But if I don't win the league, I'll have to have a think with you guys and consider what I should do, whether I should try and stay and enhance my reputation, or should I move on at the hope of getting a reasonable job. So where's my information? Personal info. Yeah, that's okay. So I'm still national reputation. Here's my profile. With the 67 games played, 34 won, 14 drew and 19 lost, with a win percentage of 50. Goals against 96, goals for 126, which is not great. It's only plus 30. And yeah, my 4-4-2 has worked really well ever since I abandoned the 4-2-3-1. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, yeah. Okay, so when will I come back? I think that's a good question. I'll probably do the March, because I want to give more regular updates when I have free time, and it will be good to come back at this March game and then try and build up the title run heading into the final 9 games. It would be fantastic to have a title race, because it's running. What I want to do for you guys is have a little moment of the season in a Football Manager, like the moment of the 2013 content sort of thing, where I just relive some of the best moments and give you perhaps a little vote. It's up to you guys if you'd like to participate, and then I'll just showcase the best moments in a sort of compilation video at the end of the year and that sort of thing. So if it's something you guys want to do, I'd interact with you a bit more if that's what you'd like. I'd also want to do one more Euro Truck Simulator episode for the years out, but F1 2013 and Football Manager are getting very addictive, but I'll hopefully find a free time in the next couple of days and do something with you there. So yeah, so keep in touch with me if you want to reminisce on some of my best moments of Football Manager 2012, 13 and 14, then just say so in the comment section, but I think I'll do it anyway, see how it goes, and hopefully before the 31st I can have a Sturm Graz championship victory to add to that compilation to make things perhaps a little more difficult, because I already know what my favourite moment is. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll speak to you again very soon, and fingers crossed 2015 is the year of the Blackies. So goodbye for now.